Hi, welcome to Acedboard, your collaboration platform. My name is Ariana, and I'll be giving you an overview of this platform. To get started with Acedboard, you want to create a workspace. And to create a workspace, you go to the top left corner of the platform. Click on this drop-down button, and you'll see a plus sign that says Create a Workspace. I'm going to click on that plus sign, and then a pop-up box should show up requesting that you add your workspace name. You have the option to add a description to your workspace, or you can always come back and do that later on. I'll skip the description and just create my workspace. When you create your workspace, you can either add assignees to your workspace now, or you can come back and add an assignee later on. Now that you've created your workspace, if you go back to that top left corner, now you see the new workspace that you just created. When you open the workspace environment is displayed with 4 key features on the left panel: Home, Teams, My Task, and Projects. Home page. We'll go over the home page in a separate video. Next, you see Teams. Teams is a collaborative environment for work groups to engage. It could be used by business department, event planners, or a group of folks that are working on a project to collaborate and manage their work in a closed environment where they don't need other people involved. Then you have My Task. My Task is simply a place where you either add to-dos or get access to tasks that you already have ongoing, organized based on the due dates. You can quickly see tasks by assignees, status, and priority. And finally, Project. This is where we will spend the bulk of our time. Within Project, you can click on the 3-dot button that you see here to either create a new project or create a folder. From a structural standpoint, you have the workspace at the highest level of Acedboard platform. Below the workspace, you have the projects or a collection of projects in a folder. Let's create a folder. To create a folder, I will click on this folder icon and can give my folder a name, Folder 1. Then I hit the Create button. Now I've created a folder. The folder that I just created will show up in the Project panel. I can now add projects to my folder. A pop-up box will display for you to add a project name. I name my project and add description. This is optional. Now we have created a project. The project template gives you a list form to start adding details to your projects like tasks and groups. Also notice that when you create a project, you have some other features at your disposal on the top menu. Tasks. This is our current display with option to add more views if needed. Files. You can upload files for your project. Dashboard, to create project charts and reports. And automation, to automate repetitive tasks and actions. Now for the project. The next level after the project is the group. Every project that you create comes with a default group. You can choose to rename your default group and then assign owners to the group. By default, as the creator of the project, you're automatically assigned as the owner, but you can make changes to the owner by clicking on this button on the top right corner to make those changes. And here you can create other groups for your project by using the Add New feature. Now let's just focus on this group that we've just created. I can rename the group, let's call it Group 1. Now the next thing we want to do is add tasks to this project group. When I click on this plus sign, I can name it Task 1. And then I see the options to add dates to my task. You can either just keep the due date, or if you want to add both a start date and a due date, you click on this button here, and this will allow you to add a start date. Next, you click Save. Now we've added dates to this task. Next, let's add assignees. If I've already added users to my workspace, I can click on this plus sign and their names will be displayed here. Because I'm the owner of this workspace and I created the project by default, my name will show up. So let's just go ahead and select my name. And then I can give this task a priority. I will just say normal priority, and then I hit save. You can create as many tasks as you want below this task that I've created. Now let's go ahead and add another group. To do so, I'll click on the Add New plus sign here, give my group a name. Let's just call it Group 2. I'll skip the group description as it is optional. Add a due date. Let's just say this Group 2's due date is end of April. Click the Save button, select an owner. So I'll select my name, click Save, and we're done. Then the next layer in the hierarchy is the subgroup. So we've gone from workspace, the project or folder, to group, and now subgroup. If you want to add another subgroup, you click on this plus sign, and then you can add your subgroup. You have the option to rename the subgroup using this edit feature. I'll rename it to subgroup 2 and save. So now we have gone from creating our workspace to adding a folder and then creating a project. We've also selected the views we want for our project, and then created groups and subgroups of tasks within the project. We've reached the end of this video. See you in our next video. Thanks for watching.